What is up, everybody? It is me, Dan, moderately anonymous MTG, and we are back with another episode of the gameplay series today. I have got some wonderful guests here with me today. We got Cam from Play to Win, my brother in arms Scoots, and returning champion, JustKev Will. Very quickly, before we hop into the deck text, I just want to remind you, if you like this content and you want to keep supporting it and you want to help me keep making it, hit that like and subscribe button. And please go check out our Patreon and get access to our private Patreon Discord, as well as a bunch of other awesome benefits, like some bonus content right here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the game, everybody. First up is Mod playing Tymna Jeska MAD Farm. This is a mid-range ad nauseam deck using Tymna as a grinding engine and Jeska as an infinite mana outlet to win the game. Next up is JustKev Will playing Cecily Haunted Mage and Sophina Spearsage Deserter. This is a Sunscreen combo deck looking to win the game with either Underworld Breach or using Sophina as a way to get infinite turns through Time Sieve. In third, we've got Cam playing Nymris Control. This is a Dimir control deck trying to get its commander out as quickly as possible to grind card advantage and take over the game. And last up is Scott playing Vialsmasher the Fierce and Malcolm Keen-Eyed Navigator. This is a Grixis ad nauseam deck using Malcolm as a combo with Glenhorn Buccaneer to win the game. Hey everyone, before we hop into the gameplay episode, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsors over at BetterHelp.com. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P. Is something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals? I think that we all know that playing Magic with your friends is a great way to de-stress, relieve anxiety. But what are you doing to get to the root core of those problems? Regardless if you have clinical mental health issues like depression or anxiety, or if you're just a human in the world going through a hard time right now, therapy can give you the tools to approach your life in a very different and very constructive way. And that's why I'm excited to tell you about our sponsor today, BetterHelp. It's no secret that therapy saved my life, and I hope through this sponsorship that we can change some of your lives too. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more affordable and more accessible. And this is extremely important because finding a therapist can be difficult, especially when you're limited to the ones only in your area. BetterHelp is a platform that makes finding a therapist easier because it's online, it's remote, and by filling out a few questions, BetterHelp can match you to a professional therapist in just a few days. Incredibly easy to sign up and get matched with a therapist. Use the link in my description. It's betterhelp.com/modanonmtg. Clicking that link not only helps support this channel and this great content, but it also gets you 10% off of your first month of services with BetterHelp. So you can connect with a therapist and see if it helps you. And because therapy can be a little bit like dating, you might not find the perfect therapist right off the bat. And this is a common experience. You can switch to a new therapist at no additional cost without stressing about insurance, who's in your network, or anything like that. I started talk therapy at one of the lowest points in my life, and it's one of the most valuable things I ever did for myself. It's given me a framework and a lot of tools that I use every day to help deal with my depression and anxiety. If you feel like you've been dealing with too much lately, consider starting therapy with BetterHelp. Click the link in the video description, betterhelp.com/modanonmtg, for a 10% discount off your first month of therapy with a licensed professional specific to your needs. As always, this episode is brought to you by TCG Player. Hit that TCG Player affiliate link in the description to pick up any of the cards that you see in today's video. It's a great way to help out the channel. And we're also partnered with Dragon Shield. Pick up the greatest card sleeves and TCG accessories in the multiverse and support the show. All of these links are in the video description below. And thank you to all of our patrons who make great content like this possible. Become a patron to enjoy Patreon exclusive content, give direct support to the channel, join our Patreon Discord, and even get your deck featured on the show. And remember, if you enjoy this video, it helps out a lot to click that like and subscribe button. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, and everyone is highly appreciated. And without further ado, let's hop into the game. Oh, Cam, speaking of, who was your first celebrity
Speaking
crush?
of love.
Emma Watson.
Really?
Okay.
And what role?
Harry Potter movies.
Oh,
Being
that's
reminds
who
me
Emma
like-
she
like,
is. Okay, never mind. I was thinking of the other one, the red-haired one.
You were thinking of Emma Stone? Yeah, that's why when you
Yes.
said what
Oh,
role,
yeah.
I was confused because
I was like,
I know
no,
her.
it's gotta be Harry Potter.
I know her for having 3.
She was in End of the World or whatever. What was the one with Jonah
This Is
Hill
the
and those
End.
guys?
Yes.
Yeah, she was in
I
this
did.
one.
I
Yeah.
love the idea that Cam's first celebrity crush might have been 3 years ago. This
Don't get
other
my hopes
lady's
up.
really cute. I don't know, I'm getting flustered right now.
Really grown on me.
Anyone got a pregame?
Nope.
No.
Cool. I'm gonna cast a Mox Diamond, pitch a Blood
Yeah.
Crypt, cast an Esper
good.
Sentinel, and that's it. I'm gonna pass.
Draw Flooded Strand and crack it. Or a Volcanic Island.
No, I
Or
can
a
answer.
Ragavan. I'll
Oh,
pass.
I'll play Morphic Pool into Soul Ring. Have a card, Dan. Enjoy
Thank
it. I'll pass.
I'm gonna cast
Belt.
a gamble.
Trigger, my lad.
Yeah. I want you
Yeah.
to draw. I'm gonna gamble for a card. All right, 1 to 5, top to bottom.
4.
There you go. It's a dark ritual. Dual
Could've been.
bonus. Crack, boy.
I don't know.
That's it.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. Cast a Chromox. And I'm going to tuck this Imperial Seal underneath it.
Tuck, tuck, tuck.
And then I'm going to play Tuk Tuk, Returned Explorer.
Okay.
I'm going to cast a
Nice.
Douthie Voidwalker.
That's the same thing.
You're
Yeah,
a
roughly.
war criminal. Okay.
I knew that Scott would hate it, which is why I did it. So my start on this ad nauseam deck is not particularly aggressive. I have to turn 1 Esper Sentinel into a turn 2 Douthie Voidwalker. It's possible that had I drawn the land, I would have been able to play a little bit more aggressively, getting out Douthie Voidwalker on turn 1. But basically, while this hand isn't very explosive, it is very effective at the table. I'm in first position, so this Esper Sentinel is fit to draw a couple of cards. And all 3 decks at the table are using their graveyard to some extent, so the Douthie Voidwalker is relevant to every single one of my opponents at the table. Would I sacrifice by not mulliganing more for a more explosive start? I'm gaining and having very relevant game pieces. I'm going to move to combat. Cam, coming at you for 1.
Ouch. Down to 39.
Yes.
Draw. I will play an Arid Mesa and crack it, or a bad land. I'll go to combat and swing Ragavan at you, Dan.
I'll take 2 damage and go to 38 and flip off the top is a polluted delta. You bastard.
Play it, right? It's just cast.
No, I just
Yeah.
that would have been
play
my
land
first
also.
land and I wanted it.
And Dan, I didn't even realize that you didn't have a land in play. I assumed
Don't need
that
'em.
you had a follow-up land on your first turn, not even thinking.
I really wanted to draw it off the top of my deck, but that didn't happen.
Okay, I'm gonna pitch you and play a Grim Monolith, and
Sure.
I will pass the turn. Draw your shit.
All right,
Okay.
then I'll take a turn then. And a turn for the worse is what it's looking like. Snowcover Island.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna play this little old Laboratory Maniac.
Oh, fun guy.
Oh, just
blocker.
that,
It's
huh?
a
Okay.
blocker for your Esper Sentinel over there.
It's not going to block the Douthie. I'm going to get you.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yep.
I didn't think that far ahead. I guess I have to pass then.
Untap, upkeep, draw up, return.
Buddy,
Go to
hope you're
combat.
feeling-
You at Dan.
You f***ing I'm not the only person playing this f***ing game right now, all right?
Treasure.
36. The way Scott just ignored
Uh,
me right now, I thought my mic was still muted for a second.
No, I was letting you have your fit, and then I figured I'd come back to it in a minute.
Well,
Are you
you know that
done?
Kev's not the only little baby here. Let's play my land. Sacred Foundry.
Nice.
Untap, 34. I'm going to exile a Simian Spirit Guide for red mana. I'm going to cast Tymna the Weaver.
Okay.
Phew. Okay. Yeah.
Just a couple of quick notes about signals here. We hear Cam breathe a huge sigh of relief that I'm only casting Tymna here, which immediately signaled to me that Cam does not have good interaction in hand. And also you saw me spend a Simian Spirit Guide to cast this Tymna and leave my Mox Diamond open, which should signal to the rest of the table that I have some sort of interaction or an instant speed tutor or something like that as well. Just things to think about and keep your eye on while you're playing games. Let's go to combat, and we're going to go 3 at Cameron and 1 at Kev. I will pay 2 life, go to 32, draw 1 and 2, pass turn.
Upkeep and draw. I'll go to combat and I'll swing 2 at you, Scott.
Blue Elemental Blast.
And cast Sophina, Spearsage, Deserter. Colorless mana. I'm gonna pay 3 and cast Heuristic Study. You can draw, Dan. I pass my turn.
I will play a Prismatic Vista. Pass the turn.
Untap. Does Sophina have reach, Kevin?
Nope.
All right, great. I'll swing for 2 at Dan.
You cunt. 30.
Treasure. I'll pass.
Scott, in your end step, gonna cast an Enlightened
Yeah.
Tutor. I'm gonna get Defense Grid. I'm gonna draw this Defense Grid for turn. Mana Crypt, you can draw, Kev. 1 country Defense Grid on the stack.
Can I draw for it?
You must.
Fierce Guardianship that.
Esper Sentinel trigger.
Dig it.
Yoink. Fierce Guardianship on Defense Grid is good.
Yeah, it's good. That's why I did it.
It is in the Dothy zone.
Oh, yep.
Moving to combat. Scott, I would like to attack you for 2.
Take 2.
Gain 2, lose 1, draw 1. Let's play a Spire of Industry as my land for turn. Cast a Dockside.
Is the control deck gonna ask me to do something again like I can?
Well,
Wait,
you got
can I
a
draw?
Heuristic Study trigger, yeah.
Cam, shut up. Yes.
Sweet. All right, question stands.
Yes.
All right. Pay life and exile the Swan Song to force it.
Yeah.
Different exile.
That seems fine. Yeah, that'll be it. I'll just pass from there.
Upkeep. Draw for turn. Go to combat. I will swing Ragavan at you, Scott, and Sophina at you, Dan. Trigger 2 clues.
Before you get your treasure, I want to crack my thing here, if that's okay.
For sure. Would you exile,
27.
Scott?
Now I'm in a confluence.
All right, one day I'll get something. I will pass turn.
On your end step, I would like to flash in Nymris.
Can I draw a card?
Please. We'll go to my turn. I will play a Watery Grave tapped.
Ooh,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, very interesting.
Another quick note about signals here. Cam playing the Watery Grave tapped means to me that he probably has a pretty specific idea in mind about what he's going to do with his mana over this turn cycle. But personally, in his position, I think you're supposed to play the Watery Grave untapped because Nymris is going to be drawing you cards off the top of your library. You're not quite sure what you're going to hit. You might really need that extra mana at some point, but who knows?
And then I will pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Combat. Kevin is now my enemy. I'm going to reanimate Dan's Dockside if that's okay.
Oh,
I'm going to pass on it.
Heuristic Study and an
Boom.
Esper Sentinel too.
Oh, that's true. Cam, shut up. That's
I'm
Oh, yeah,
not
true.
paying for anything.
great. I'm still passing.
I'm gonna pass too.
Yeah, I'm fine with you having more temporary mana. That's 10.
So I need 14 treasures. I will have 14 mana open and pass the turn.
In your second main phase, Scott,
Okay.
I'm going to channel a Touch the Spirit Realm, targeting my Dockside Extortionist.
Interesting.
Yeah, isn't that
Oh.
funny?
Does it
I'm laughing.
does it ATB or it just phases out, right?
No, it exiles and then ETBs
No,
under its
exiles
controllers.
and ATBs. Under its
yeah.
owners.
That's funny. Okay, sure. I don't care.
Oh man.
Anybody else want a deflecting swat it or?
Okay, ETB. At end step, I guess. Are we still moving end step?
I'm passing on my second main phase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dockside ETB? Okay,
Kevin,
so
are we
it's
passing
14
on the
for
dockside
Scott.
ATB?
Are we? I don't know.
No, it's not. It's not 14.
Come on.
Kevin, are you passing on the dockside ATV?
Yeah, I did.
Cam, are you passing on the dockside ATV?
Yes, I am.
Overload
Scrooge,
cycle.
you suck.
This is in response to the ETB.
I'm gonna crack this for white.
Okay.
I have responses real quick. I'd like to make a black and a colorless mana here. I'd like to cast a Cabal Ritual, triggering Nymris.
Trigger Esper Sentinel.
You may draw, and you may also draw, Kev. Nymris trigger good?
Yeah.
We'll bin Gitaxium Probe to the Dothy Zone and keep this card. And then I'll have 3 black mana.
Later.
No other responses to Psych Rift.
Okay, so Psych Rift on the stack. I guess I am okay with it.
Pick them up.
Yep.
What a day.
Dockside trigger on the stack.
Yeah.
Yeah, dockside trigger, and then
I'd like to use my floating mana and a blue to cast Nymris.
count as 7.
Crypt. White here for a Sentinel.
Oh,
I'll leave one
thank-
floating. Crack a treasure. Dockside.
Infinity mana is yours.
2 for Douthie. Mock Simons. Scalding Tarn is going to be land for turn. Life into the Spire. Colorless here. Tymna. Crack this Scalding Tarn. 25. I'll get myself a Badlands. Let's dash a Ragavan.
No, I haven't.
I was gonna
passed
say
on it.
Scotty's very good at getting hit by Ragavan, so. Oh.
Esper Sentinel trigger.
Go ahead.
2, 3 here, and I'm going to cast a Vampiric Tutor. Go to 23. Put this card on top of my library. 2 more treasures here, and I'm going to cast a Grinding Station.
I'm gonna
Grinding.
respond.
Okay.
I'm gonna use that white that I had floating to cast a silence.
That seems fine. Esper Sentinel trigger?
Yeah, I'll pay it.
Grinding Station ETB?
Yep.
I am not going to use it. I'm just going to pass my turn from here. So I talked to Scott after this game and I asked him about that Cyclonic Rift because it's kind of an interesting point to interact there. And basically what he's saying to me is that he's trying to set up for a win, obviously, and he wants to put his opponents off of as much interaction as he can. He recognized there was a huge risk to let me go into my turn with my opponents on less resources than they used to have, but he also knows as a Mardu deck, I am built to not respect that Ristic Study. I'm going to feed it if I'm trying to win. And basically he knew that in 4th position, he's never going to get a chance to win if we go through my turn. I feed Kevin 7 cards off that Ristic Study and then Kev stops me and goes for the win on his turn.
Your end step, a Vampire Tutor. On that, I'll keep draw Bloodstained Mire and crack it. Play Chromox.
Trigger.
You can draw your stinking card. I'm gonna print this wheel. Pay 1 for Ragavan. Alright, I'll pay 3 for 630. I'll pass the turn.
Cool. Draw a card. A Soul Ring.
Trigger.
Can Daddy draw?
Yes. Daddies may draw.
Oh, okay.
I will pass the turn.
Upkeep draw. Demonic Tutor.
Trigger.
Yeah.
I'm passing on it.
Flinthorn Buccaneer.
I pass.
Can I draw?
Yeah, you can draw.
Thanks. Pass.
Dan, you know there's a Force of Will underneath your Dothy.
It's got summoning sickness.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
it's
cannot
got
tap
summoning sickness. I thought about that this whole time up until right now. I'd like to cast a dress down, triggering Nymris.
I'll respond to your Nymris trigger if you're
Esper
starting
Sentinel trigger.
Responding to all the triggers. You can draw Kevin, Dan. That's my second spell, so you can't.
I already used 3.
That he can't refuse unless
Can I
he
draw for
tries
that one?
to refuse it. Yes. Nymris trigger, then Otawara, and then dress down ETB. I get a draw from that too.
Yeah, and then Glenhorn Buccaneer is good to resolve by me.
I'll cast a talisman.
Can I draw?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll pass my turn. Dress down sacrifice.
Roll for the script. Odds of damage. It is even, so we're safe. Still in my upkeep here. I'm gonna cast a silence.
Don't like that. I don't like that. Can I draw?
From your hands, not even from the Dothy zone.
Yeah.
That is what
All
I
right,
call
I'll pass.
a move. I will Force of Negation, pitching a Mnemonic Betrayal, triggering Nymris, and y'all may draw. I will bin Mox Diamond.
Oh, I should have responded to your trigger. That was silly. I'll sacrifice the Douthy Voidwalker and cast silence.
Can I draw?
I'll pay for it.
Active Negation?
Can I draw?
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I don't
I'll
like
respond
it.
to Kev's draw trigger this time. I will sacrifice Dockside Extortionist to a Culling the Weak.
Sheesh. Can I draw?
I will pay for it. Use the 4 black and the 1 floating to cast an Ad Nauseam.
Can I draw for that one?
Pay for it.
Have fun, Dan.
Okay. I feel like that means Cam still has interaction. Deflecting Swat, kind of a good start. Command Tower. Loyal Apprentice, not good. Infernal Punch. The One Ring. Hope of Girper. Mana Vault. Lotho. Rain of Filth.
Brutal.
Puts me at 8. Cam probably has Lightning Bolt.
Oh, it's the Psychonic Blast.
The
Yeah.
Psionic
That
Blast?
would
Okay,
actually
hell
be-
yeah. Okay.
That joke would actually be funny if I knew the name of the spell, but
I'm just going to stop there. Okay, so now we are back to Kev's Ristic Study trigger
Kev's turn.
for
Okay.
the Pact Invocation that is pointed at Silence from
Douthy
under
Silence.
the Douthy. I am going to target it with a Deflecting Swat.
Can you draw?
I will pay for it.
I am response free.
Then I would like to move to my draw step.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're double silencing me here.
Oh yeah, sorry. I
By
had to
having
say
my
a thing,
Pact
right.
of Negation hit the Force of Negation.
Yes.
Nice, and now we're double silenced.
Okay, so I'm going to draw for turn. Kev, you can draw for all of these things I'm going to do. You have no mana open. That seems okay.
I also can't cast anything, so.
Well, I was just thinking about, like, you could still activate, like, an Otawara or something, which I have to look out for
Mhm.
from Scott at this point, but it is what it is. Target my Dockside in the graveyard with the 3 enemy. ETB.
I'll
Yeah.
crack all my treasures.
Ooh, gamer. We're gamers here. Okay. So we got 4. That'll make 4 Grinding Station triggers. I'm going to crunch my Mana Crypt, mill Praetor's Grasp, Godless Shrine, a Rite of Flame, untap, and crunch my Mox Diamond, mill Swords, Lotus Petal, Mana Confluence. Yeah, I'll crunch at least 1 more. Gemstone, Sarah Ascendant, and Seat of the Empire. Probably just keep the rest of them, I think. We'll let the rest of those go away. Leave it untapped. Okay, let's move to combat. No attacks. Second main phase. Cast a Mox Opal. Kev can draw. Cast a Demonic Tutor. And Scott has to have exactly Otawara. And if I go for...
I do not. Show me Underworld Breach and we'll concede.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to cast an Underworld Breach, and then I would like to propose that I'm going to use this Demonic Tutor to set up Bomberman combo and kill everyone with Jessica.
Cool, that sounds like fun.
Whew, wow, good
Nicely
one.
done.
That was,
Good to Jessica, really good.
That was a super fun game. That Touch the Spirit Realm channel was the best use I have ever gotten out of that card, and I was so excited to show it off because I felt like a genius in that moment. Big thank you to my guests Cam, Scoots, and Kev for joining me today. If you want to catch them on the internet, go make sure you check out the video description below and follow their links. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It is super duper helpful. Go hit up that Patreon if you want to help support this show. And thank you all so much for watching. We will see you next time. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, one of the best ways to support us is by leaving a comment and hitting that like and subscribe button. It's incredibly helpful and always appreciated. If you want to support the channel more directly, join our Patreon to catch episodes early, join our private Discord, and get some other awesome benefits. One final thank you to all of our patrons who make great content like this possible. And thank you for watching. Be good to yourself, everyone.
Just trying to give you some